Okay.
We're all tied up, and this first set is dead even.
Unbelievable combination.
Wow.
Beautifully done.
What a great spot. Hello, and welcome to the 2025-26 APTA Tour. We're live from the Woodstock Club in Indianapolis, Indiana, bringing you the 2026 Indy Open, with live streaming brought to you by the APTA membership and our tour presenting sponsor, Corient. Tournament support has also been provided by the following local tournament sponsors. Presenting sponsors, Matt King Realty Group, top 1% of all Indiana realtors. The Woodstock Degenerates, if you know, you know. Gold sponsors, High Alpha, Burge and Held, Cooper Enterprises, Dismore Law, Taft Law, Bullet Whiskey. Silver sponsors, 811 Group, Commissioner Jeff Mounier, Godfather of Indianapolis Paddle. I'm Denise Murphy, along with the Guy Moore, bringing you the men's quarterfinal match between our number 2 seed, Guillermo Nunez and Mark Powers versus Andrew Ong and Mike Wagner. The chair ump for today's match is Jeff Lautenbach. And I want to welcome Guy Moore to the booth.
Denise Murphy, so good. Cold day in Indy. What's our temp here, Denise?
It was about 16. It might have gone up a couple degrees from there, but it's cold. The feels like is in the single digits for sure. So obviously that affects the ball a bit. Cloudy conditions, so the sun isn't helping making it feel any warmer.
Yeah, and, you know, we got a great matchup. Our number 2 seed, national champions from a couple years ago, Guillermo Nunez and Mark Powers, playing against Andrew Ong and Mike Wagner. When the players come back on the court, I'll give everyone a heads up on names, colors, positioning. But, you know, Denise, you and I just called a really great match with Wagner and Ong. This is going to be a lot different. I will tell you that Guillermo Nunez, the lefty, the only lefty on the court, probably moves better and plays the cat and mouse game. Has some of the best hands in all of paddle. And Mark Powers has one of the biggest forehands in the entire game. So Ong and Wagner cannot allow Nunez and Powers to do what they do best, and that is Powers hitting rocket forehands and Nunez moving forward. And just, I mean, Nunez will do some crazy things, Denise. He hits unbelievable lob volleys from the middle of the court. He just does things that other players can't. But let me introduce our players. To the bottom right of our screen, we have Andrew Ong from Westmoreland, Chicago. You got Mike Wagner walking out the gate. Is he leaving us already, Denise?
I hope not.
He's from Pittsburgh. Been around the game a long time. Huge backhand. You got Guillermo Nunez at the top of your screen to the left, returning the lefty. Director at Pelham Country Club Paddle. And then you got Mark Powers, who lives out on Long Island and plays out of the Piping Rock Club.
I mean, you could just see, Guy, right away the velocity of the drives. You mentioned we had just called the previous match between Ong and Wagner. It was a 2-hour, 45-minute match, just a battle against Baxter and Hagman. But we didn't see drives that pulled their shoulders back. And the first two in this point did just that.
Yeah, so what you'll see, Denise, is both Nunez and Powers can spin the ball quite a bit. Nunez has a pattern he loves to work. He loves to hit 2 or 3 overheads to the deuce side, and then he brings what I call a slider back toward Wagner's corner. Not necessarily going for angle, but just cuts your shoelaces off. It hits the snowboard. It's a little chilly, so I don't know if we'll see it as much. We didn't see it as much in Boston last week because the spins were negated because of the temps. But Ong and Wagner are a solid team. They're going to have to play a really good match and stay really disciplined. They cannot hit the ball to Powers' forehand, and they cannot. I mean, there's really no middle because Nunez has a huge forehand as well. And here's the pattern I'm talking about. Watch.
Yep.
And you see how deep the volleys are by Nunez.
Yeah, I mean, and Powers, speaking of you just said you'd have to keep it away from Powers' forehand. I mean, he hit that and came in right behind it and forced, Ong and Wagner off the net. And perhaps that's where they feel more comfortable is at the baseline, rather than face the big drive.
Yeah, you'll have to see how it goes, but Powers' forehand is just so efficient. Like there, even though he missed it, he just snaps it and
yeah.
They gotta hope for some errors like that, Ong and Wagner.
Yep. All right, Andrew Ong is serving to Mark Powers on the ad side.
And that's what Nunez does right there. Yeah. You see how quick he's on the net, Denise?
Yeah, I mean, he just snuck in.
He's honestly one of the most dynamic players out there doing what he does well, which is what you just saw. And here we go from 40 love to deuce.
Guy, we can have another match where there's the last match of Ong and Wagner. There was 10 no-ad games. Oh, gosh, that's a bummer. You don't want to give up a game on that, but that's the pressure of the point. Brings us to the scoring for the men's has changed from last year where it's 2 out of 3 sets, but no ad scoring, server's choice. So that deuce point that would typically be determined you had to win 2 in a row, it's one and done. Whoever wins that 1 point takes the game away.
Yeah,
but that had to feel pretty good to Ong and Wagner getting that to back after being down, to your point, Guy, of love 40 to bringing it to a no-ad point.
Yeah, I mean, I think Powers and Nunez are working their way into it, and there's that ball I'm talking to you about. You see the ball, how he just goes to the deuce side, and do you see the spin on that ball, Denise? You see how it jumped into Wagner's chest?
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. You're going to see that pattern over and over again, and guess what? If you don't lob deep, there's zero you can do about it. What do you think about pace of this match compared to the one we just called?
Oh my gosh, so much faster.
Could you say put your foot on the gas?
Just a little bit.
There's no brake pedal?
No.
Watch the pattern. Smart move by Ong, actually. Because the more he lobs, the more Nunez can just carve it. And that's Powers has got the spins too.
Yeah, we talk about the baseline team and how comfortable they look, right? But when Nunez and Powers are giving them so many different paces, spins, moving it around, the comfort level goes significantly down for the baseline team. Just trying to get the ball back.
It's just called pressure.
Yeah.
It's the difference between neutral overheads and offensive overheads. I mean, have you seen one neutral overhead yet? I mean, maybe that's a fair variety of it.
I mean, yeah, but that would be other players' aggressive overhead. It's all relative, Guy.
Now, I don't know if you'll see it early on here, but you will see Nunez. He's kind of the master at it, of volleying short and baiting you to come in and drive, and then he will volley behind you or at your feet.
It's a tough ball right there. So much spin. It's a great point by all 4 players, though.
Do you get the sense that Ong and Wagner are playing defense right now?
Yeah, I get the sense that they're just trying to find their legs and figure out how to get the next ball back. There's just a lot coming at them in a variety of different ways.
Yep. I mean,
Yeah. Like you said, you hit it short, it's done. Just over.
and to be honest with you, if you can't get the ball up or get it out of that range where like Parsons could hit that cutter, don't lob it. Just hit a drive. Because if you try to lob it and you don't get it there, that's what you're going to see.
Nunez is, for the viewers, is the lefty hitting the carving overheads here.
He's just waiting for a short one. Those are all, and that's
There's that
right?
pattern guy you're talking, deuce, 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 and he just over rotates and brings it right back to the ad.
And everyone that's played against Nunez knows it's coming. So like Wagner, who typically is looking to press and go forward in a good way, can't really do it because he knows it's coming. So he's got to defend it.
Great
So
lobbing by Ong there.
Yeah. So then I think you just led me into the answer to the question I was just about to ask you is, hey, what do you do about that? You just got to lob better. You lob higher and deeper, right?
Yeah, because if you're you can't hit a series of off-pace balls to these guys at the net at low. Those will just get eaten up. So yes, I'd say you just need to, like, it's very easy to say, but maybe not easy to execute, especially given the overheads that they're receiving, that Ong and Wagner are receiving from Nunez and Powers, but they've got to get that ball deeper on these lobs to keep them right around the service line, to minimize
Sure.
all the ways that they can hurt them.
Yeah. You know, the other thing, too, Denise, and you and I spoke about it in the last match, and we talked about kind of Wagner liking pace and tempo and points being quicker. He's already driven more balls that are in the middle of the court since he and Ong switched sides. And for some history, last match, Wagner and Ong started with Ong playing the ad side and Wagner playing the deuce. They switched after the first set, which was successful. But Wagner still, I mean, he gave him more looks with his backhand, but didn't get a lot of looks with his forehand because of the speed. But he's already driven 3 or 4 balls where he didn't at all even last match, which is good news for him.
It is. He likes it. He needs the action. I think he thrives in that setting. Love that. Change of trajectory.
Yeah. What?
Like he's
Little
going
walk.
to get a drink of water over there. From
Who, Nunez?
yeah, he just walked out, did the waterfall, kind of walked off the side, waited to see how it was playing out, and then I'll come back with you. Just cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. It's just like, he's just like, hit it to me if you want, but then you get, then we get to have a little fun.
That's a great low overhead through the middle of the court.
Great ball.
All right. Mike Wagner is serving. Powers just returned. Wow. I mean, that was an incredible response by Nunez. Did that go around the net post?
Yes.
I mean, it's hard enough to get there, guy, but to actually force the net team off the net by running down here.
Yeah, but it's all just kind of status quo normal. I mean, he never gets too excited, or there's really no lows, you know. I mean, you just don't see a bunch of mistakes in a row, and it's just, I think the easiest way to define like the Powers Nunez partnership is just pressure. They put pressure on you. And the way you apply pressure to Nunez and Powers is, I mean, the one team that's given them tons of trouble, but it's the one loss Regalado and Salazar have had all season in Baltimore is to Nunez and Powers. I mean, but it's also the team that Nunez and Powers beat to win the Nationals. So, I mean, it's kind of one of those things, well, who plays better that day, right?
Right. But speaking of the incredible talent, so Nunez Powers 2024 beat Regalado Salazar in the APTA Nationals. 2025, they lost to McNerney Morgan in an epic, was it over 6 hour match, Guy?
Yeah, I think
Finals?
I think we could call it that.
Yeah. And, Mark Powers also won in 2018 with John Hughes. So just the amount of big moments that both Nunez and Powers have experienced together by being in the national spotlight and winning is that's weighted heavily, I think, in any match. They have not only the physicality, the shots, the spins, everything, but they also have the mental fortitude to close it out.
How about this, Denise? It was, I believe, the fall of 22. It could be. Yeah, I think it was the fall of 20. It might have been the fall of 23. Nunez was playing in a challenger draw.
Sorry, that just brought an instant chuckle.
I know.
It's like, what?
Yeah. Well, I mean, someone's got to check. I think it was 23. But yeah, I mean, he's 2.5, 3 years in, and this is how quickly his game has risen to the level it has.
It's really, really awesome to see. Love that.
Yeah. But Ong and Wagner want to hang around, and they're just the freebies from Ong and Wagner are going to hurt a lot more than the freebies from Nunez and Powers, just like that.
Gosh, the depth. Nice.
And we've talked about it too, Denise. I mean, this is I'll let you talk about where we are in terms of tournaments and whatnot, but I mean, we're a month away from the Nationals.
Yeah.
This is, a very strong draw on the men's side. You got national champions Morgan McNerney here. You got Nunez Powers. Those are your 1 and 2 seeds. You got Tom Murphy and Schneider here. You got Rams and Frazier, Tyler Frazier and Philippe Rams. You got Randy Lofgren and Eric West. West hasn't played much this year. I mean, it's a strong quarterfinal look here.
Gosh. So two no-ad games, both going to Nottington. Nunez Powers there. They're up 4-0. Ong just served. Yeah, to your point, Guy, there's only 2 more stops before the APTA National Championship. We've got next weekend a Grand Prix in Short Hills, New Jersey. The following weekend, well, 2 weekends after, February 21st, 22nd, Midwestern's Grand Prix in Cincinnati, Ohio. And then, boom, we're at Nationals, March 6th through 8th in Summit, New Jersey. How did we get here, Guy? So fast.
Kind of like this match is going. We pumped the gas.
No, but it is interesting. The first half of the season seems to it's slow build. You can feel the momentum, and then all of a sudden, boom, we come back in the new year, and we're just off to the races.
Yeah, what's weird about that is because you start at the end of October. You really got November and to the middle of December, so the front of the season just feels, in a good way, like there's more time, and then all of a sudden you get into January, February, and you're right there,
Yeah.
right there at the step of nationals. But
Such a good return by Powers. I mean, it's a tough angle, and it's just the ball's just dipping so quickly.
well, and I think that you could see. I mean, it's obvious, right? I mean, when you get up 4-love quickly like this, the solution is, hey, we better slow it down. Well, that's exactly right. It's not that easy to do sometimes.
No. Especially when somebody's forcing your hand. You might have all the intention in the world, but regardless of what's happening, the pace of play, the pressure that your opponent is consistently applying in so many different ways, it's very hard to do that.
Right.
Other than just saying, time out, I have to go to the bathroom.
Right. Well, and just simply hoping that Nunez and Powers just don't play as well. I mean, but you look at it, Denise, and if you talk about the Nationals, right? If you talk about the men's side, and even a conversation to have on the women's side, although there's been a little bit of a shakeup on the women's side, in a positive way. I mean, you could certainly ink in 4 or 5 teams that are going to be in the semis and maybe one outlier in the quarters, right?
Yes.
I mean, well, Nunez and Powers, you could ink in. I mean, they're you could get a
yeah. There's no pencil required for
no,
that. It's a Sharpie permanent marker.
Boom. You stole my stuff right there, Denise.
Sorry. Guy, we're a team,
We're a team. We think alike.
We do. Yeah, I'm on.
Yeah. And Nunez uses that combo over and over again.
Oh boy. It's a great read by Wagner. Was just on that.
That ball was an inch from the net too.
Yeah, I mean,
but all right, Denise. Corient is excited to partner with the APTA because, whether as advisors to our members or as members themselves, they are already part of the APTA community. Learn more at www.corient.com, the official wealth sponsor of the APTA.
awesome. Well, here you have it.
What do you think,
Denise?
Yep.
It's kind of fast and furious, but it's not like we weren't expecting this, but I think it is kind of interesting perspective for us, Guide. I mean, we can have an understanding of how different teams play, but you and I had back-to-backs here. We did we mentioned earlier, we did Ong and Wagner match just before this, the round of 16. So it is really cool to see how a team can just the tempo, the pace, the everything is just so much faster, and there's just a lot of pressure applied to Ong and Wagner. So they have less time, less thinking time, less planning time, and they're reacting a lot, as opposed to they looked very comfortable in the second and third sets.
Well, you know what? First of all, taking Ong and Wagner had a great win in that round.
A great win. They played solid as could be.
They did, and they made super adjustments as a team. I mean, they don't play a ton together, so great adjustments. Nunez and Powers, as a partnership, do everything in terms of complementing one another very well. I mean, and being a lefty-righty on the paddle court,
yeah,
or anywhere is a tremendous advantage, and they take advantage of it. They do. I mean, I've often said with Nunez and Powers, the team that beats Nunez and Powers, you know who that is, Denise?
Who, Guy?
Nunez and Powers. I mean, they're the team that beats themselves, and that's just because I've seen them play crazy good matches, and then all of a sudden just get flat. It happens. I mean, it happens in the finals of tournaments sometimes, and not in a quarter. But I mean, these guys are so good when they're on that sometimes they have a match where they just don't play as well. But they're their best asset, and they're really the only two guys that beat themselves. I mean, they are. You can see
human.
that, right?
They're human.
Yeah.
They're
Not
not
right
just-
now. Not right now, but
Yeah, no, a point well taken. Good. I could see that because they have all the stuff. They have a full toolkit, guy,
yeah.
and they seem to know exactly when to pull out and use.
I'd actually like to see Nunez wearing a little tool belt. He's gonna laugh when he looks back at this match.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave it, guy.
No, it's good. No, it's good.
Good stuff. Wow. I mean, great digs by Ong.
Yep.
Obviously, goes without saying those volleys were incredible.
I mean, look at that.
Oh, gosh. What did that bounce off the lower?
It never even came up.
Gosh.
Never even came up. Yeah, I was telling Nunez, we were talking in Boston, and he did a little video for the APTA, and he was talking about his push overhead. And the reason I said what I said about that is just because he's just so funny. I mean, he's just got so much character and charisma. But he said, listen, sometimes I volley short to make someone come up, and then I hit the ball behind them or stuff them. And then he said, sometimes I hit a deep overhead to the middle without a lot of pace. He goes, and then nothing happens. Meaning it's just neutral. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Which is a great way to think about it. If you can push that ball deep to the middle and let it be soft, nothing is going to happen. Not good for the baseline team.
I mean, the spin, the pressure, these balls, when they hit the wires, they are just flying.
Well, and that's the thing about the lefty-righty too, Denise, is it's spin from a lefty-righty. So you're dealing with different spins, like the heaviest spins in the game from both sides all the time. It's not like you could get used to it, right?
Right. You have to pay such close attention. Who's hitting this ball? Okay. Lefty, it's going to spin this way. Righty, it's going to spin this way. Like, so
right
again,
there.
Just another, yeah.
And, and here's the thing about Wagner trying to chip that ball back. Nunez is just on top of the net balance, going to volley that ball easily, right?
Yeah.
So there's our first set, Denise.
It's our first set, guy. All right. We'll be right back in just a moment after these messages right here on the APTA YouTube channel with live streaming by Streambox Labs and match statistics provided by Court Director.
So Denise, what do you see happening here in this second set?
I think that I don't see Nunez and Powers doing much of changing anything.
No.
I think we're going to be cut off here.
At Corient, wealth management begins and ends with you. We believe the more personal the solution, the more powerful the result. We treat your goals as our own. We never lose focus on the life you want to build. And our experienced advisors design custom-built strategies to help you get there. It's time for a wealth management experience as sophisticated as you are. It's time for Corient.
All right, welcome back to the APTA Tour. I'm Denise Murphy here with Guy Moore at the Woodstock Club with this quarterfinal match between our number 2 seed, Guillermo Nunez and Mark Powers versus Andrew Ong and Mike Wagner. Guy, take us through a little bit of the stats here that are up here for court director.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, obviously a one-sided match so far, 6-love Nunez and Powers, but look at the big thing there too. Sudden deuces won by Nunez and Powers. 3 of 3. I mean, that's half the games in this set, Denise. So if Ong and Wagner had won those, kind of a different matchup. I'm just looking for positives there, but
Yep.
They got to neutralize the spins here. They can't allow Powers and Nunez to keep doing what they're doing. That means they got to lob better or drive more. So you can't hit short lobs and expect the results to change. I mean, and this is the pace that Nunez and Powers want to play at, and they're good at it. Speaking of, reintroduce our players. You have Guillermo Nunez to the bottom right of our screen. They're at the net. Mark Powers in the blue top left of our screen. Top left of our screen. Switching sides now. Mike Wagner and his partner Andrew Ong serving. Here's another sudden death point. I tell you what, though, Denise, Nunez and Powers play sudden death points as quick as I've ever seen anybody.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, they're playing like any other point. I mean, they can because they won 3 out of 3 the last set, but there you go.
I feel like that is one of the difference between men and women. If we did have no ad, there's no way women would just like go and play it. They would get together. They would either reinforce a strategy or talk about like exactly what they're going to do on this point. Right. They would never just go and play. So these no ad points go by quickly.
And Nunez and Powers I think it depends on the match, but certainly it's kind of like if you're rolling, right, you don't want to slow the tempo down. So
yes, absolutely.
Maybe as if something changes, you might see a little more communication. But listen, how about this, Denise? You ready for the statement of the last 30 minutes?
Whoa, I'm at the edge of my seat. What is it?
Okay. It's a true fact. It's a true fact. You ready?
Yes.
Ong and Wagner have won 100% more games than they did the first set. That's a fact.
That is a fact. There you go.
And another fact is we have unbelievable presenting sponsors here in Indy, starting with Matt King Realty. As you said in the intro, top 1% of all Indiana realtors. I love this fact that he's the tallest realtor in Indiana at 6'8", and he likes playing paddle, and you better lob him high, right, Denise?
Can you even lob him?
I don't know.
I mean, 6'8" with a wingspan with your arm raised above and paddle. I think he takes max 2 steps and he's good.
I think I would just aim at him because, I mean, he's a bigger target. I mean, no more lobbing. Matt, we're not lobbing you. And then his son is also a member of the Purdue basketball team, so that's cool.
That's really fun.
And this is your favorite, right, Denise? The Woodstock Degenerates.
Yes.
What's their saying? Go ahead.
If you know, you know.
Right. I'm sure there's some history with that. But the Degenerates are a group of longtime Woodstock members, avid paddle players, rebel rousers, and enjoy libations around the fire pit as much as playing low-level paddle. So, good group of sponsors.
What a fun group. We were saying we want to somehow make our way into that group.
I know.
We need a sweatshirt.
Wow. Yeah, you haven't seen much change in tempo here from Nunez and Powers, right? They trust what they do. I mean, look at that. Had him.
Jeez.
I mean,
It's a great follow-up by Ong.
yeah. And that transition is what Nunez wants. He wants the quick exchanges and volleys. Like, so does Powers, actually. Powers has one of the best forehand volleys in the game. He just, and playing with lefties, he played with John Hughes, won nationals in 18 with Hughes, and now with Nunez. I mean, you got to have good forehand volleys. I mean, that's the middle, right?
Yeah,
With
his
the left,
reaction time, I wouldn't even call. I know technically it's a flip, but he is just so comfortable. His reaction time is incredible on that forehand volley, and most of the time he takes a really good drive from Wagner or Ong, and hits an offensive volley off it. Like, he's that early. It's a testament to his just his pure athleticism and skills.
Well, I tell you what, early on here, Ong and Wagner are doing a much better job of lobbing.
They are, and they're getting picky. Whoa.
Yeah.
With their drives, because if they drive and telegraph it, I think the last one Nunez stepped up and dropped them. So those might be the first couple of offensive neutral overheads, Guy. We were talking about we hadn't seen any.
Yeah. Well, they're lobbing better.
They're starting to slow down. Yes.
Yeah. Well, and you're seeing
that's a great target. Sorry, Guy, but
no,
Wagner,
you're right.
instead of just going right at Powers, instead of around where he could flip and he's moving to it, he went belly button on Powers, and that paid off. It's harder.
Well, the better they lob, the easier it is for certainly Wagner to come in and penetrate with that drive.
Yep. 2 games here, Guy, in the second set, and 2 no-ad games.
Yep.
That hit the nick. That was a great overhead by Powers. All right, Wagner is serving. Nunez returning. Second set here at the Indy Open.
Yeah, Wagner tried to throw in that underhand serve, and that's what they got to hope for. It's not that easy doing what he's doing. I was going to say going back and forth between the two.
Yeah.
And you saw what I said to you last match. Wagner plays very quick in between points. You see how he takes no time?
Yeah, 0.
Now, that's just his tempo.
That's a great ball by Wagner. Wow.
Yeah. He won't think about this much. Here we go.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I mean, as long as you know what your tempo is and it works for you.
For sure.
What I think gets players down and negatively affects them is when they allow their opponents to speed their own tempo up.
Right.
Or it slows them down. Like, perhaps Wagner's ready to serve and he looks over and Nunez and Powers are still talking or something. And you're like, oh my gosh,
right.
Come on. Like, let's get going.
Nunez has had Wagner kind of a little left and right here a couple times. Wagner's defended it, but let's see if the point goes long enough if one of these gets him. And the other thing, Denise, about Powers and Nunez is they do a very good job of sharing the overhead roll.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they kind of go with the flow, right? but it's see what I mean? Like if
Yes.
Nunez was, you could see if Nunez was playing on, but they kind of go with, hey, whoever's hitting it and has the momentum, let them keep rolling.
I like it. I mean, we haven't seen any miscommunication issues
No,
or positioning issues with it. So whatever they're doing, it's working.
no, they've been doing it for a while.
Yep. Gosh, it's just such quiet hands, just redirecting
Yes.
that big drive from Wagner.
Yep. That is not an easy ball Wagner just drove.
I was just gonna say it makes it so much harder to drive because there's so much spin on it, and
So, I mean,
that affects where the ball goes off your pedal.
that's how good he is. Just the confidence he has. I mean, to read that and hit it as well as he did.
So
Third
big.
no-ad game in a row.
Yes.
All right.
Here we go.
Smart to stay back.
Yes.
But you see Nunez there, he just hit a ball from his shoes, and he hit it to the net player. He doesn't care because he wants that engagement.
Gosh, Powers, he is such a fast trigger on that forehand. It's unbelievable. I mean, I know he missed that, but it's so good. All right, that's wow. Three no ads.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I do like. I think Ong and Wagner, to your point, they're lobbing better, which means they're limiting the amount of overheads that Nunez and Powers can actually. They can really like either end the point on, or put them in severe defensive mode. So, and the deeper they lob, it's also opening. The deeper Ong and Wagner lob, it's opening up more court in front of the players, so it's a higher percentage drive to make. They don't have the risk of dropping it or all the other silliness that we've seen.
Well,
just goes down.
How about this too? Would you say that Nunez and Powers are playing at a very quick tempo and enjoy it?
And enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean they want to play fast. in
Yeah.
other words.
Oh yeah.
Well, the better that Ong and Wagner lob, the longer the points. So
Yes.
it just changes the speed that they want to play at.
Absolutely. I mean, it's literally that was the match against McNerney Morgan. Finals of Nationals last year that win like 6 hours plus is McNerney Morgan were relentless with their lobs
Right.
and just drew at every point, and I think it just broke them down. But you need to have confidence in that lob and keep them, at the service line or beyond.
I wonder too, Denise, going back to that match. I mean, it was best 2 out of 3. When's the last time you've ever heard of a best 2 out of 3 match going 6 hours? I mean, you hear about it with best 3 out of 5 with like tennis or something, but I mean, honestly, that's a good question to even answer. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was.
And
incredible.
What's interesting too in terms of talking about the scoring. I talked to Graham McNerney a few weeks after the Nationals. We ran into each other. He was playing the mix in New Jersey, and I said, "What do you think should happen with scoring or whatnot or whatever it is, ball?" If there was everything kind of up in there then to change the length of matches. He goes, I don't really know. I mean, I think what the APTA did was the best decision that could have been made because it's accomplished what was needed to be accomplished. But McNerney said something that was pretty profound to me. Not going to shock anyone that knows Graham, but he said, listen, If you think I want to play a 6-hour match, you're absolutely crazy. But if you think I won't stay out there for 6 hours to win the match, you're also crazy. So, you know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That was very cool.
And by the way, the match we
So
just
true.
called was 2 hours and 45 minutes, Ong and Wagner, the match before, right?
Yes.
And there were 10 no-ad games.
Right.
Yes.
Can you even imagine?
Well, it would have easily been 4.5 hours, maybe 5. I mean, you have to think that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I would have had to get a cup of coffee. You know.
Yeah, you would have just sat there, Denise, and go, I mean, what do you mean?
Again, neutral. We've got them. Got them hitting some neutral overheads. That's so good.
Yeah, but basically they've done what they needed to do. They've slowed them down.
Yes.
Because the quicker the point goes, the quicker the point goes. I mean, that's just it. Be ready, Wagner.
Oh, gosh.
See how Powers could.
Oh, boy. That's just silliness right there. So
it is.
good by Nunez. Looks like, I mean, based on where his hands are, it looks like he's going to hit a backhand volley over to the deuce side where Ong is. And no, he's just going to drop it a cutter to the other side.
Hey, we did say be ready, Wagner, didn't we?
We did. You did, yes.
Well, see, I'm a team player. I say we.
Thank
See?
you. I appreciate it. But I wanted to give you kudos for that.
Well, I think one thing, too, that you could see, and from I'm not sure what happened.
Do you know
there,
what
but
they're...
I don't know if someone wasn't ready or whatnot. Anyways, okay, neither one.
All right, here we go.
How about it's 2-all Denise in the second set?
Wow. Yes. Yeah, that's... Ong's like, darn it, that works for most, but not for you guys.
I think Powers pumped his chest there a little bit, didn't you? Gave it a little chest pump. That's what I mean, though, Denise. That was a forehand volley, and it was a quick release. You see what I mean?
Yes. No, his forehand is...
There's just
It's
no
not a weakness of his. It's so accurate, and he just hits it with. It's an offensive shot. He never with that forehand volley. It's not just a defensive volley. That thing's coming back
Well, you know what?
with added power. He takes he absorbs and drops it.
He hits it like he hits his forehand from
Yeah.
the baseline. He just snaps it.
Such a good move by Nunez. It's the problem when you're playing a team like Nunez Powers guy, is it just sometimes you could get sucked into trying to hit a bigger ball than needed, or perhaps out of your game, your zone, what you have, instead of playing within yourself. You feel like you have to play that much better.
Listen, win or lose against them, you 100% need a game plan.
Yeah.
If you don't have a game plan, what you just said is so true. You will get sucked in to everything they do well. Meaning, what you're seeing right now, even though it's 3-2, does it feel like it's 3-2? Not really. It feels like they completely control the momentum still. Although Ong and Wagner are lobbing much better and getting
They
better
are.
looks. It's just, is it enough?
It's true. All right, guys.
Denise.
Tomorrow, while we're waiting for the this to get going, there are a lot of tournament registrations opening up this weekend.
Ooh,
Number one,
please
men.
tell me.
Guy, the first one is Men and Women's Nationals open tomorrow morning to register. All right, how
Big
about
one.
that? Do you want to hear the second one, Guy?
Oh, can't wait. Go.
Masters Nationals for men and women 50s, 60s, 70s. That registration will also open tomorrow. And then on Monday, Team Nationals registration opens. Monday, February 2nd. So it's happening, Guy.
Yeah, and like we said, I mean, to me, this is like the most exciting. I mean, it's all exciting, but this is like the best time of the year because you know you're coming into nationals and the intensity level just gets pumped up.
Yep.
But yeah, it's good. Denise, why don't you give a shout out and thank our tournament directors here?
Guy, I will indeed. They put on quite an amazing event here at the Woodstock Club at the Indy Open. So thank you so much for tournament director Ludon Aaron and Devin Anderson for putting on this amazing event. Lots of cool tunes cranking, a lot of fun things for the spectators to enjoy. Not a whole lot of people watching from outside because the feels like it's still single digits, but a really fun, awesome event. Once again, another one put on for the APTA, and we could not do it without the directors spearheading it and all the sponsors supporting. So thank you.
Yeah, and I think we mention it, but I don't think we mention it enough. Not you and I, but just in general. I mean, wherever these tournaments are all over the country, however many, the host club's always a host club, but however many these other clubs just give their paddle courts to the tournament. I mean, you've seen it in Chicago. I see
So
it in
appreciated
Jersey.
because
Yes.
all the
and everyone
clubs. Go ahead.
all
Guy.
the time, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's so much play on the courts. The clubs feel pinched, but I love when they say, yes, no, we want to support the APTA. We want to support these tournaments. We're not just going to support them and give us a courts, but we're also going to help, with the organization and all the stuff that goes behind the scenes
Yeah, opening
to
their
put on
clubhouses
an event
up
like this.
to all these guys. But, and the trade office members get to see the best paddle there is. So, all right, so it's that roll again now. You had 2-1, and then all of a sudden it's 4-2. And Denise, I'm going to agree with you 500% for everyone watching this match. If you're interested in the Spotify or Pandora loop that's going on, it's got to be Nathaniel Rateliff.
It's got to be Nathaniel Rateliff Radio. That's my guess.
Got to be.
They've been crushing it. I mean, I normally have not 80s and 90s cranking, Guy, but this is also really good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
That's pretty sweet. Ong with the killer cutter.
I mean, I don't even know if that ball came off the deck a half an inch.
I think he hit it a half an inch from his deck.
I mean,
that he just peeled that. He let that thing drop so much.
great ball. Ong's starting to get a little rhythm with that.
Yep. All right, Wagner is serving. Powers. Volley just long. Must have been. So hard to see from our vantage point.
Yeah. Well, let Ong and Wagner hang around. That's
Yeah.
that's all they need to do and what they can do. Denise, a little shout out to one of our fellow commentators, the Patty Hogan, Hall of Famer Patty Hogan, and soon to be Hall of Famer Drew Broderick.
Yes.
Hanging out with Merrill and the Cusacks and Charlotte Gillette and at the Fun House in Lake George, the Paddle Fun House. Glad you guys are watching.
That's awesome. Who wouldn't want to go hang out in a fun house?
By the way, Patty and Drew, just so you know, my drop shot looks exactly like that. Yep. Denise, doesn't yours?
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, I'll tell you whose drop shot looks exactly like that is Hagman's in the last game and a half.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. It's unbelievable. He's just right up there, making it happen.
So,
All right.
you know, Denise, we're sitting here at 5-2, and you
Yes.
have a team like Wagner and Ong who, you know, interesting because Wagner's tempo is quick. Ong's can play either way, but I think no one wants to play Nunez and Powers this way, you know, this quick and fast.
Yeah.
If you are going to, there can't be any loose mistakes because there's no time that Nunez and Powers feel like they have to press. For them to play and make mistakes, they've got to feel like they have to press, and obviously not the case right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they were able to slow it down, Ong and Wagner, with some higher, deeper lobs, which were extracting just that neutral overhead that just slowed everything down, and Ong and Wagner were able to get some footing underneath them and kind of started getting a groove. But I feel like the speed has just increased now again. And although we spoke earlier that Wagner does like to play quickly, I think against Nunez and Powers, we just to figure out, okay.
Well, you know, listen, there's not many teams that are willing to do what McNerney and Morgan did to Nunez and Powers, and
Yeah.
that's what it takes against Nunez and Powers. And I know this is going to sound very, very, very obvious. Is you just can't give them freebies because they win so many freebies with their talent that you can't compound that with what you're giving them.
Yeah.
So look at that. That's that spin over there. I mean, that's
Phenomenal spin.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much like it in the game, to be honest, Denise.
Just so rock solid.
All right, match point.
Okay.
Guillermo Nunez.
It's a great lob from Wagner.
See how Powers just gets way out of his way. Hey,
Yep.
Powers slides left.
Slide left.
I don't know if it has the same ring as slide right.
Well, it doesn't. It doesn't roll out the tongue nearly as much, but it's still fun to say
I know.
when you've got a lefty-righty combo.
Hey, you know what? If you're not going to slide right, you better slide left.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
why not?
I know. At this point,
Why not? I think Powers was a little ahead of himself there. He jumped and the ball was like 2 feet in front of him still.
oh boy. Gosh.
Uh,
Great. That was an awesome adjustment by Ong. ball bounced totally different than he thought and made that adjustment and kept coming forward. Super heads up move.
Notice too how Nunez is just so quiet with his feet when the ball's coming. Just sits there like a catcher and just.
Yep.
Wow, nice move.
Great anticipation by Ong.
Yeah, it's a great move.
I mean, that was 3 match points, lines stacked up. And here we go, the no ad points. Kai.
Yep. I would tell Mikey Wagner it's probably coming. Like that one. There it is.
He'd want that one back.
All right, Denise. Fun match to call right there.
Really fun match. I mean, Nunez Powers played so solid, just rock solid. Ong and Wagner made some adjustments, but at the end of the day, our number 2 seeds prevailed, 6-0, 6-2. So that is a wrap from the men's quarterfinal round. Stay with us for the next match. The men's semifinals is scheduled to begin at 4:30. Guy,
Denise, thank you.
It
Been
was
a pleasure.
Awesome job. Wait, do you want to look over these stats real quick before we kick off?
Love it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one-sided as the score would be, right? I mean, you look at it from a percentage standpoint, but, you know, the big thing, too, is the sudden deuces won 5 of 7 is substantial. I mean, that could have kept things a little closer for Ong and Wagner. But at the end of the day, Denise, you know, Nunez and Powers, when they play that well, it's tough for anyone to beat them.
Yeah,
So.
they get on they just have too many ways to hurt you.
Yeah.
And too many ways to apply pressure. And as a result, just keeps their opponents incredibly off balance and just uncomfortable, no matter where you are, at the baseline, at the net. So that'll be an interesting matchup going forward. And
Well, here's a cool thing. If the draw holds true, we could, in Indy, could get a rematch of the Nationals finals. I mean, how amazing cool is that?
that would be awesome. And with the addition of the no ad scoring, let's go. We won't be there for 6 hours, that's for sure.
Yeah, I wasn't there for 6 hours last year, but now I'm good.
All right, awesome calling this match with you. And we'll see you later. Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thank you.
The business owners that I'm working with have entrusted Corient in this work because we're really focused on supporting them in their important endeavors. They're functioning every day in their zone of genius, and their expectation of us is we're doing the same. My name is Anna Diaz. I'm a partner and wealth advisor at Corient. When we think about the work we're doing for our clients, we think about first financial, absolutely. It is not uncommon that our very successful business owners and clients are making disjointed decisions. Our job is to provide a proactive strategy so the filter in which they make these decisions is informed. Second is the emotional load. Our clients often are asking themselves, what am I missing? Our job is to remove that mental load so they feel that their strategy is optimized, is simplified, and is executed cleanly. And the third is generational. Absolutely, there is technical design that goes into that, but it is also the thoughtful impact they want to have with what they've created.